down. Does that change? Is that alright? Okay. Anything else? Cut. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Entrance Pelican feed. Today we got Jan feeding our birds. My name's Kathy, and we got Clem doing our donation buckets during the show. Safety. No.
There's one behind you, look at
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Jesse.
trying to find a way to get
Why do you want the lid for? Why are you doing both? Why are you doing both? Throw them in, get rid of it. Oh. Check that in. Okay, safety warning for the people sitting in the front row. Pelicans will come up close. They do have a grooming tooth, and they could turn around and give you a nasty scratch. So please be very, very careful. Can I get you to kneel on that ball?
back off. You're fine.
Okay. And all the people that have got young children sitting on their laps, hold on tight to them, because pelicans just love them. If they do come very close to you, especially the young children, stamp your feet and they should move away. Okay? So, and that's including adults too. So if you do get a bit nervous, stamp your feet and they should move. Just like to thank our major sponsors, Diggers at the Entrance and Star 104.5. Okay, can everyone see okay? Just be mindful if you do stand, just make sure that there's no one behind you. You're not blocking their view. We'll have a screaming match in the middle of the show. Okay.
He's had an injury, so he gets sprayed.
You know what to do, Jazzy? You do. Okay, it's cold. Let's start. Welcome everybody to the entrance. There is only one species of pelicans in Australia called the Australian spectacled pelican. The other 7 species are all over the world. The Australian spectacled pelican is bigger in size. They also have the longest beak and their colours are different. The Australian spectacled pelican is the largest water bird in Australia. The pelicans have known to soar to 3,000 metres and can remain in the air for 24 hours and have known to occasionally visit the southern coast of Papua New Guinea and the north coast of New Zealand and North Island, but only breed here in Australia. Their wingspan may vary from 2.3 to 2.8 metres wide. Their pouch, it doesn't look very big, but it actually holds 13 litres of water. Hey Shane, can you turn down the master button?
You see what the colour is on?
Not the two up the top, it's master. Just tone it down, or tone the tone down a fraction. We'll get it right and then we'll put on it do not touch.
His legs are really calm. Let go now.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
You can let go now.
Thank you.
You can let go now.
The only difference between the male and the female pelican is their size. The females are the smaller ones and the shorter, the males are taller. So, during the birds in the middle are big males. Little female in the corner. We've got a fight going on here, as usual when Jan feeds. This is a little female, big male. And that baby's a baby. So the males weigh about 6 to 8 kilos and their bill length is about 42 to 50 centimetres long. The females weigh about 4 to 6 kilos and their bill length is 35 to 42 centimetres long. And just before this baby disappears, because it's got no idea what it's doing, just here. So that's a really, really young baby.
Oh, they do run.
Has no idea. One day, Jan, I'm going to grab that fish and go in the water, aren't I? Yeah. So, as you can tell, the baby's got the brown feathers in the legs as a skin colour. But if you look really closely at the beak, it's like a black. When they're born, it's pure black. So as it starts to mature, it gets to the skin colour. So yeah, and as they spin around the eye, it actually starts to show the yellow. So it's a really docile baby. Gorgeous. So a pelican can breed all year round, but their main breeding time is September through to March. The pouch go to a very bright pink and on both sides it starts to show a slate blue line. The pelicans lay about 2 to 4 like a large duck-sized egg. Not all of them may survive. The incubation period is about 32 to 35 days, and a pelican is fully grown within 14 weeks. And they're usually independent to make a journey from their main nesting grounds from Lake Erie in South Australia to the east coast. We have about 500 pelicans on Tuggerah Lakes, per feed about 80 a 10. So there's quite a few males here today, breeding pelicans, and you can actually see them starting to show the breeding colours. Oh, that pelican just... Okay. Oh, over there. Yep, got a marking. So yeah, so this pouch will go to a really vivid pink, and the line that's showing will go to like a slate blue. An Australian spectacled pelican can eat about 1 to 2 kilos of fish per day, even less in care, and their favourite food is mullet. We have about 200,000 people a year from all over the world that come to visit and watch our feed. We rely on our visitors' donations and our major sponsors to help purchase our fish daily that we buy from Jimbo's Seafood Shop, who is directly behind us. So a big thank you to our visitors and our major sponsors, Diggers at the Entrance and Star 104.5. All donations count and are highly appreciated, and Clem's walking around with our lovely donation bucket. At the moment, if anyone is after some souvenirs of the entrance, across the park is our information centre, and they do sell some lovely souvenirs. No, don't feed the baby. She'll spoil it. Watch out. It's so cute. Volunteers who attend the Pelican feed are all qualified in rescue and caring for wildlife. 95% of injuries to pelicans is caused by active fishing. The other 5% is caused by boats, diseases and humans. So if you notice any of the pelicans up on the platform have a thick spray underneath their wings, they're the ones that we have rescued. It is an antiseptic spray, and it's also our marker. So if you're out and about picnicking here at the entrance or fishing, please take your rubbish with you, especially that fishing line. Put it in our local bins. If you look closely at the pelicans, they don't actually have a nose to breathe through. Their breathing hole is inside their pouch. So we can just imagine what happens to pelicans if fishing line got caught around their beak. So we do have a couple of special birds here today, or 1, 2. Okay, Jan's pointing them out now. Who are you pointing to? Who? Okay, Twister's here. If you look very, very closely at his beak, it's twisted. And he's also looking quite waterlogged, quite stuffy looking bird. That's actually caused by a fishing hook injury, the twisted beak. It's broken the main membrane in his beak. So that will actually do a 360-degree turn. And what happens with a pelican not having their beak being fully aligned? They can't produce the oils in their bodies to keep them nice and warm and waterproof. So he's becoming quite waterlogged. But wasn't one week here? Okay, and Stumpy. You're probably thinking how we all know these birds' names, but yes, Stumpy is one of our favourite birds. And if you look very closely at the bottom of his feet, he's actually missing half of it. He's missing half of his web, and that was caused by a fishing hook injury, actually taking his foot off. And he's just in front of Twister on that side, but I thought one was here. He was. It can't fly anyway. Must be safety. And our other favourite bird that's normally here, but he's a bit slack today. He normally shows on the left and only the left. Do not know why. He's not here. Yes, you are right. But he might head up underneath the bridge a little bit later after the show. And his name is One Wing, and he lost his wing in a boating accident over 24 years ago. And he only comes to the left. He only jumps on the left. Come on, baby. Stumpy? Foot? No. Me. Off with a whip? Yeah, no. Don't think so. I haven't never seen it. I think yeah, no. And if he's been excited, yeah. Yeah, no. Think headed over that way. Okay, as you can see there, this baby half juvenile pelican just standing here in front of me, big male. And he's got a number on him. It's not his age, by the way. That means that he is actually being rescued by another organisation here on the coast. And that's how they recognise their pelicans, by numbering them. So when they see that bird floating around out in the waterways, and if it starts to deteriorate, noticing something's going wrong, they can look up the number 58 on their computer, see what he came in for, and see what's actually going on. With our crew here at the Pelican Feed, our pelicans are bright and trendy. We spray them pink, and that lasts for quite a long time on their skin, on their feathers I mean, and you can see this big male just here has actually got some underneath. So that's how the pelican feeding crew. So when the pelicans come up bright and pink, we can actually see how they're going, monitor them, and then if they start to deteriorate, we can take them to a vet. And an easy way to notice that the pelican is very sick. Does anyone know?
Baby.
You know how we don't want to move, and when we're sick and got a cold and we like to sit on bed and rug up? Well, they actually start to hang their heads to the left or right. So they can't control their head properly, so they'll start to drop it. So that's it, you can actually tell that if a pelican's very sick internally, being got an infection, he won't hold his head up. And also another way is when they're out in the waterways,
Tiberius.
pelicans normally sit together. But if you see one pelican floating on its own, that means there's something wrong with it also. And they do head inland to actually pass on. So yeah, so that's enough about the sad stories. Okay, our pelican feed started in 1979 by Clifford's Fish and Chips. An employee, Peter Mays, would feed the birds every day in his lunch break. Many years ago, just behind us, there was a main road. And if Peter was running late, a few of the birds would walk across the road, sit in front of the shop and wait to be fed. The council created the feeding platform in 1996 to allow more visitors to view and enjoy this attraction. The Entrance Town Centre management took over and started to collect donations and sponsors with the help of volunteers, and now are a major pelican feeding attraction. Okay, we're going to see how clever they are. Pelicans, did you enjoy your feed? Would you like some more? So please keep an eye out for any injured pelicans and report it to the local wildlife groups or to the Entrance Town Centre management.
Oh,